Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, so Talk Tuesday. We are here after an impromptu week off. Last week was crazy with the storm and everything, so since the city and the police were asking us to stay off the roads, we did that. But we're back. The city is mostly back up on its feet and the roads are fairly clear, so we're doing pretty well. Weather is really nice today. I was a bit worried. Hi, Archie. I was a bit worried because I said it would be extremely hot. Oh, sorry, white terror. Yeah, she got in some water. Good girl. Oh, and there she goes. Yeah, welcome to Pack Walk. Okay, so we're at the straight road. It's nice. There is a bit of a breeze, which is probably not great for audio. I'm so sorry, but it is great for keeping the bugs off me and keeping us cool. So between the breeze and the water, we're in good shape here, which is nice. So who do I have? We've got Tucker in the front there. We've got Cosmo, Maggie Kronk, Archie, Stella. Oh, geez. Hamish, Nova, who's found herself a stick, White Terror, of course, Murphy, Phoebe, and Marlo. I think that's everybody. So today I wanted to address a question I get asked quite a lot, even by passersby in the street who see the trunk of my car open. I always get comments on the amount of dogs. So for example, today there are 12. And it's always like, oh my God, how can you handle all those dogs? And my answer is always the same, is that it's one at a time. I would never, ever take 12 new dogs out at the same time. That's a non-starter. It just would never happen. That's chaos. But many of these dogs I've had, like Phoebe since she was like 16 weeks old, Hamish the same, May who's not here the same. I don't really count my own dogs like Kronk and Murphy. Sure, they add to the number, but they know the rules, they know my rules, and they really don't do much. I only really have, at a time, one dog that I'm quote-unquote working on. So you'll notice that there's no long lines today, right? Everybody's off leash. You catching up to the group there, bud? Maybe. Okay, good talk. And that's because each and every one of these dogs, oh, terror, drive-by terror. Okay, Rosie. Good girl. Oh my goodness, there you go. Okay, go. All of these dogs have gone through the same process. And you have seen that in previous videos, the whole on leash with me, on a short long line, on a long line, and then on a long line until I feel confident. It also helps that, I'm picky about where I've literally completely lost her. Rosie! She's lost in the grass. Oh, sneaky, okay. Right, so I'm picky about where I walk. Generally speaking, I go where either it's private land that I have permission to walk on, or I go places where I know there's not a lot of people. Generally speaking, when we're at the straight road, it's just us, or it's us and a person I know. Though occasionally we occasionally we do run into people that I don't know, and in that case, of course, everyone gets leashed up and I assess the situation and I decide whether we're going to do an on-by, so just on leash walk past the person, or if I take everybody sort of off to the side in the grass and have everybody either sit or lay down and wait for the other person to pass by, give enough distance, and then everybody goes off leash again. And I do that regardless of how many dogs or even where I am. Even if we're hiking, just, oh dear. If we're hiking, just Kronk, Murphy, me, and Evan, we do the same thing. Is if we see someone coming, with dog or without, it doesn't matter. We leash the dogs up, have them in a heel, pass by that person, and let them off once we've got enough distance in between us again. It's just like, it's common courtesy. You don't know what that person is working on with their dog. You don't know if their dog is interested in seeing other dogs. And if it's a person without a dog, you don't know if that person is scared of dogs. There are plenty of people out there. And I know it's hard for us to believe because we're dog owners and we're like, of course our dog is the best. And oh geez. Of course no one could possibly be afraid of them because they're so friendly. But the reality is there's a lot of people out there that are scared of dogs. So I hope that sort of answers the question of how I can take so many. And the simple answer is, like, a lot of training goes into each and every one. I'm not the kind of, oh my god, look at his belly. It was white. Rotten kid. A lot of time and effort goes into training each and every one of them. I don't just pick up the dogs, go to some random dog park, open the trunk of my car and let them do whatever they... Oh my goodness. Hamish. Hamish. What are you doing? You know who's dirty dog of the day today? That's you, my dude. Okay, let's go. See if we can rinse him off on the way back. But of course, because of the temperature, I just am letting them go in the water as they want. Because I'd rather they be dirty than have heat stroke. Though Murphy would... Some days maybe. Murphy hits like every somewhat damp area along the way, so that's why he ends up so muddy. Yeah, so I hope I answered that question. And it's also like the protocols I put in place. Like, there are protocols to get into the car. There are protocols to get out of the car. There are protocols while being in the car. We do drills on walk. Like, it's not just about letting them go and be dogs. It's a little bit of structure in there too to reinforce the training that we've built, right? Good. Like, that's a great example. Kazi. That was my whole hand. No, that's not yours. Not yours. There you go. Rosie. Gentle miss. Thank you. There you go. Good. Gentle. Good. You'll notice, like, they're also not going for each other's treats. Whether I say the name or not, they wait for me to bring the treats to them. Phoebe. Or call them over for food. Good. Nova. And Murphy. Murphy. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Right, so I do several of those every walk. And it's all just about, like, repetition and stuff. So, whether it's a recall whistle, like I just did, where it's a full-on recall, where I tend to, like, yell, come, and everybody comes. Or if I call them individually, like I think in the spring, I showed a bit on the video where I was playing the name game. Hey! Nicely or not at all. Kronk out. Where I was playing the name game with them, which is, I say their name, they look at me, I throw food at them. Or duration sits. I do those even when we're not passing people so that everybody knows my expectations for a duration sit, right? So yeah, it's all the same stuff I teach in my training classes, just applied to walk. So yeah, we're coming up on 10 minutes, so I'm gonna shut it down for today. Archie, nicely or not at all? That's your only warning, sir. If you have any questions about this or any other video, you know what to do. Otherwise, hope you guys are having as much fun as your dogs are. And we'll talk to you soon. Cheers.